update. Wonderful. Good morning, Mike.
Morning.
How do you feel? Walk us through what you're going through.
Head hurts, feel hungover. Sacrificed everything to figure out I barely figured out that second.
Guys, what's success without health? That's what I want to leave you with today. Mike is facing the effects of neglecting his health. Guys, every day I do brain training. I haven't been in the best habit of it lately, but I did do it for like a few months every single day. Basically, you just do a bunch of different things to train your brain. So let's see what this one is. Does this symbol match the previous? No.
Well, good luck. We'll chat later. You should get something to show too. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Everyone have a great day.
Yep, enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
For that haircut, right, Sarah?
Yes, guys. It's
It ain't too long, but just enough. New haircut. It's in. Feeling a lot more clean. Took a shower. My skin started itching. I thought it was allergies. I started yelling and screaming. That sucked. But yeah, physical pain sucks, but it's nothing. I mean, compared to it's a business isn't as hard. No, I'm just gonna stop talking. Right, had to scooter to the gym real quick, get moving before we get into the work day. And yeah, it's kind of like sunny, but also dark at the same time. Just like this pavement is super smooth and it's bumpy out there. Metaphor for life, sometimes dark, sometimes light, sometimes bumpy, sometimes smooth. Just gotta go with it, right?
Amen. This is Mike's horoscope, Taurus. Try not to get too caught up in any potential conflicts brewing around you, Taurus. Your job lies in calming things down and bringing a more practical perspective to the situation. If you get tangled in the action phase of endeavors without first thinking about what it is you're doing, you may confuse things more. Step back from the fire instead of throwing yourself into it head first. Mike and I were just venting, and I had the realization that, as bad of a day things sometimes can go, you always just have to be thankful and focus on what you want. Bad days come and go, but the future depends on what you do today. Ciao.
Recorded a client video, just updating them what's going on, what are the next steps, etc. Took me about probably 3 hours to prepare just because I was getting everything set. There's never a set, there's always work to be done. So then I gave them an update, and yeah, we'll still be working on it. But yeah, I'm gonna send that to them now and then get back working on the software.
It's still going hard at Bubble, guys.
Gotta figure it out. I think I gotta call Jason and ask him.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
How's it going over here?
good. Just
Oops.
seeing if I have any comments.
Wow.
Was this app thing working for you?
Mike is looking at his phone.
At first I was getting 70 views and then went to 30, but now I'm posting a lot more often, so they all add up. And we care about execution right now because once we get this software going, this is all gonna run a lot more smoother, is our hypothesis.
Amen to that. We'll wrap with that, guys.
Yep.
Hypothesize your way to success.
Yes.
One last line from Mike.
I need to get the software in place.
Action.
Yep. Just sent a video to Jason updating him where I am in the process and where I'm specifically stuck with the repeating groups, inputting the data, at least a generic data for multiple lists within Bubble, and displaying that back and splitting the lists. Enough of that techno babble, as Russell Brunson says, all that techie language. Here's Sarah with some bonus footage. Sarah was just scrolling Instagram, and she usually never scrolls Instagram. But
Tell
then
the story. Okay, so I was just telling Mike, yeah, I usually never scroll it, but I was like, I want to get like a universal message, So I'm like, I'll read all the picture quotes because I actually do always find good content in those. So I usually read the ones with like a few words, like maybe 5 to 8 words max on them. But for some reason I saw this one, I wouldn't have normally picked it, and I was like, maybe that's like a page from Universe Has Your Back. Like I was like, what the hell is that? Who's gonna read that? And then I scrolled up and I started to read it for a second. It caught my eye. And then I read it. I'm like, oh my gosh, was that a universal thing that I needed to hear? And I want to share it with Mike and all of you.
let's hear it.
So this is a total mind F. So I'll give you a minute to unpretzel your brain and maybe read that again. Wanting positive experience is a negative experience. Accepting negative experience is a positive experience. It's what the philosopher Alan Watts used to refer to as the backwards law. The idea that the more you pursue feeling better all the time, the less satisfied you become, as pursuing something only reinforces the fact you lack it in the first place. The more you desperately want to be rich, the more poor and unworthy you feel, regardless of how much money you actually make. The more you desperately want to be sexy and desired, the uglier you become to yourself, regardless of your actual physical appearance. The more you desperately want to be happy and loved, the lonelier and more afraid you become, regardless of those who surround you. The more you want to be spiritually enlightened, the more self-centered and shallow you become in trying to get there. So how crazy is that? Well, it's great to have goals and to, want to better yourself. Also, appreciate each moment, even hard times, because, it's all part of the process to create a picture, And if you're always, dreading those bad times or, want more of the good times and you're not enjoying that moment, and, yeah, you may not enjoy, a hardship, but it's about being in it and overcoming from it.
That's deep, and I like it.